Okay, John, welcome back. Can you hear me?
Yes, good morning. Can you hear me?
Got you, John, loud and clear. So what's happening in modified Darvis boxes? We doing any damage with what risk on it's done in the last week or so?
Yeah, well, it's good that Blake ended talking about the US markets and especially that CPI number, because in my opinion, we're at kind of a crossroads. And this
Okay.
is a quick slide for your viewers who don't know me all that well. I'm an
Okay.
independent trader, and my strategy is based off of the book by Nicholas Darvis, How I Made 2 Million in the Stock Market. And basically, this is the crux of my strategy. I'm looking for patterns, basically range patterns, and then looking to buy or short the breakouts or the breakdowns. And
Okay,
in
John.
my view, there's only really 3 states of trend in the market. And right now, yeah, I think we're at a crossroads. I'm mildly bearish. I've got 3 longs and I've got 4 shorts. And I only started putting on the shorts last week. And what tells me we're at a crossroads is all 4 of the shorts are working. But also the 3 of the longs are working also.
The bifurcation.
And what's really interesting is how lately, these last few days, yeah, we've had that strong open, strong futures, strong open, and then just fade into the second half of the day.
Yeah,
So
they're
I think,
selling into the rips.
yeah. And so I think we're kind of at a crossroads, but I can't tell which is going to win out, whether the Bulls or the Bears are going to win out. So
Where's the box up here? Do you have any kind of box, or because it's not flat, you can't draw a modified Darvis box, say in the last, what is this, a daily chart?
yeah, so
Yeah,
so
the last
right
few
now,
weeks.
hopefully everybody can see my chart with the
Yeah,
black.
they do. Right.
And I've got the S&P 500 on, or here, let's put the SPYs on, same thing. And I've got this on a weekly view. And
Okay.
the first thing I draw people's attention to is the weekly moving average. If you see, it's been this long uptrend.
Acted like a trend line.
Yeah, and we haven't even had a piercing of that, barely, only once back in March, and then an actual close below that back in October, almost a year ago. So
Yeah,
heck of a trend. But if we zoom in on the weeks here from the latest box breakout, as I like to frame it, it's been 12 weeks. If you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 weeks of uptrend. That's historically about how much you're going to get before volatility comes in, because 12 weeks is a strong trend. Now, if we look at the daily, you can see here's where the box, which I framed, and the box is just a framing tool to try and identify what's going sideways versus what's in an uptrend. And you can see starting last week, down, and the trend has shifted. And we've gotten some red volume. And you can see that in the same on the NASDAQ, except the NASDAQ's a little different. This one had a different box shape to it with the breakout, and then a much smaller one with a breakout. And but again, that market shifted also. This yellow
would you
circle,
consider, when you look at that NASDAQ chart, so we could have a conversation instead of a lecture, can you go back to that last chart?
Oh, certainly.
Okay, so say we close under the last rectangle box you have there, back like under 14.8. Is that a negated signal?
Yeah, in fact, the red line is where I consider it to be a completely negated signal.
Okay, like around 14.8, and that's a composite, not the 100. Okay.
Yeah, and
got it.
And
have you found that sometimes your failed signals are your best ones because you have everyone wrong-footed on the breakout that doesn't work?
Well, I tell you, yeah, I'm always on the lookout for that. And on the NASDAQ weekly, or even here on the daily, this yellow circle,
yeah,
I thought the box was going to break down and that was it.
Yeah.
And so the way I play it
So
is
did I.
I short a little bit in that, but because I have a defined parameter, a defined situation, I can put on a short trade, but then with a tight stop. It either works or I'm out.
Right. Okay. So what do you see in here? What do you
Well,
do in this environment where we're still above all your buy signals? You're seeing, oh, well, you told us you have some shorts. Are the shorts that you have on, were they generated from breaking down out of a distribution like a
yes,
Darvis box at the top?
yes, that's correct. One which I'm short is DocuSign.
Okay,
And
yeah, I could see why.
let's put it. This is the weekly view,
Yeah,
and you can see the latest setup. The green arrow here is their earnings. Now,
yeah,
what went crazy with Docu is it actually was breaking out a couple of weeks ago on
yeah,
this green volume.
right.
And then whoosh.
No follow through. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. And then at some point, the next day of the quote breakout, the market decided, whoa, maybe we've made a mistake.
yeah. Okay, great example.
And the red arrow, excuse me, the red circle is where I went short on it.
Mm-hmm.
And knock on wood, so far it's been working quite well. Another one which I put on actually yesterday is Roku.
Okay, another darling.
Roku has a very large box range. Clearly at the blue circle, everybody's excited about it. It's breaking out, great. But then everything changed. Now, I would have had no reason to be betting against it unless I hated Roku up at the 470 level. But since I'm patient and I pay attention, you see it just completely break down and go to the opposite side. And now that's where my alarm bells start ringing. And I initiated shorts the last 2 days. And knock on wood, so far it's working. But with these larger ones, it may not work.
Okay.
Another one is TTD.
Can
It
you
had
get
earnings.
so you get head and shoulders formations with different types of boxes, huh? It
Yeah,
almost looks like one there.
yeah. When I view out on the time frame, that doesn't look so healthy. And then when I can zoom in and see what's going on, we see the earnings, which was recently, actually the arrow's a little off, but earnings and then a complete change in character. Moving averages pointing down. It did form a box structure and then it broke it on the red volume day. So I am shorted.
Okay. Do you have anything on Apple? Just curious if
So
it broke any
Apple
boxes.
is currently sort of mirroring the trend in the indexes, long, steady uptrend. No new box formations. But again, I pick up on volume, a big volume bar, and I'll use these little violet arrows just to grab, point my eyes to something.
Okay.
So Apple kind of reflects, the general market at this point, in my opinion.
Okay. Thank you.
What's interesting on the longs I've got NVIDIA.
Yeah.
And you can see the trend in NVIDIA, and it's got a great uptrend. Nothing wrong with this. I've been long NVIDIA since back here at 159.
Great patience. Let me ask you something. Are the boxes your discipline for staying with the trade, because there you're talking about you've been long since but the summer in Nvidia, and summer's almost over. What kind of self-talk, or is it just stay with my signal? It hasn't changed. Do you say to yourself so that you could hold a position for that period of time, which for some people would be short term? For me, it's a lifetime. So do you have to do you have any self-talk, or it's just automatic pilot and your trail stops and you don't have to think about it?
Well, it's a combination. Because I'm an independent trader, uh, I've got more of a short-term mentality. So I'm always asking myself, is this stock acting right? And I think where people could disagree is what defines a stock acting right. And I think it's a combination of the moving averages. Like on this, I'll use the weekly moving average as an ultimate trend stop. But many times I just want to ride the trend, and you can use shorter moving averages for that, to do that. And maybe a trader would come in and out on it, but it's really how the Darvis Box system works. Is it's like a staircase.
Yeah.
You buy a breakout, it moves up, it forms another staircase. You hope it breaks, it holds itself together,
Right.
and then builds for another step.
Okay. Can I get you to break Nvidia for me? I'm short some NASDAQ 100s. Anyway, I was wondering if you could do me a favor.
Which one?
Nvidia. Maybe take it back down underneath the green box. Have I ever taught you? Yeah, I bring a lot of people in, John, and I rarely do this, but has anyone ever taught you the cursor technique?
For what?
For trading. So what you do is you put your cursor on the candle, and whichever direction you want the market to go, you just drag it down. If you want it to go down, you put a magnet on it and you drag it down. You ever try that?
Oh, no.
I'm just kidding around with you, John. I've been, the cursor. You hope it's like, you have magnets and you could control the price action. Anyway, all right, Nvidia, yeah, sideways. Does it bother you when the market? Well, you make your bread and butter off things that go sideways. So you must have the patience of Job to be able to wait out these formations and just sit and wait. Especially depending upon the time frame. Are most of your signals off dailies, or do you
Yeah, most of the
drill
signals
down?
are dailies and weeklies, because
Okay, yeah. You never even drill down to a 4-hour chart or anything like that.
yeah, you know what? I find intraday, I will drill down to that, but only if I'm buying, only if I think I got something that's ready to go.
Yeah,
Otherwise, but the confidence I take from this is that these formations show up again and
yeah.
again and again. And I can point to you example after example of box formation, breakout, or box formation and breakdown.
Okay. So what's interesting to me is that if you have that belief, I'm sure you miss some trades. Do you miss them? You ever have like a clean box and maybe your head's turned for a day and you miss it? Do you miss trades like everyone else?
Yes, because you can't be everywhere.
That's right.
So I've got usually my focus list. I track about 100, maybe 120. Beyond that, my brain begins to melt.
You're way ahead of me. Mine melt with 10, 15. So isn't it comforting? And I don't care what the methodology is. Once you finally get it, you'll never have FOMO again. That to be accepting that I'm going to miss trades every day, and it's okay because there's always another bus around the corner.
Precisely. And things can get a little nuts on this. I want to show you Crocs, CROX.
Wow.
Believe it or not.
Those are the plastic shoe company, right?
Yeah, that's correct. So here's the weekly view. Yeah. It's just been amazing.
Yeah.
But now, because it's been trending for so long,
yeah,
I thought it was actually ripe for a breakdown. So I actually shorted it like right about here, right in here. And then yesterday it completely reversed and broke out. I'm no dummy. And like I said, I've got tight stops on it.
Yeah.
So I was short about 138, covered about 139 and change. It started ripping intraday and blasted out on a big green volume bar. So
did you reverse?
Yes, I did. Completely.
That's a pro move. Okay. All right. That's a pro move because most people would still be, I don't know, going through the grieving process of being wrong for trying to short the market. And the next day it's in your face. Yeah. So that's a pro move to reverse. Okay. Well, just want to let you know.
And that's the benefit actually of a box structure, in my opinion. You know that at either edge, potentially something may happen,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I forgot from last time, John. Do you teach this method? Do you trade for people? What's your business model if people want to, learn how you do what you do?
Well, right now, I'm just an independent guy. I developed this system.
Are you married?
What's that?
Are you married?
No, I'm not.
Okay, well then, you're telling the truth. You're independent.
Yeah, well, I developed this because I originally started as an IBD CanSlim guy, and
okay, yeah,
and it just wasn't quite working, and I realized I needed my own thing. And back when I developed this, I was working in my corporate job,
yeah,
and I was traveling all over the United States. And so, like Darvis himself in the book, he was able to figure out a system to trade while traveling around the world. And so I saw that as a very high similarity, and I decided to try and make a strategy out of it. Something I could do while away from phones and smartphones and all that, or computers. And over the years, I've really sort of honed this into my thing. I do not have a service or anything right now, but I am on Twitter. I may do a service because a lot of people have expressed interest.
Yeah, you could be managing money too.
Well, yeah, I've been approached for that as well.
Yeah.
But taking the leap for that, I'm not sure I'm ready for that yet. But
okay, so why are you going public? Why? I mean, you're public. You're on Twitter. We're talking right now. You must have some type of goal in mind, or is it just because you like to share your work? Well, or you need attention. Is that
it? It's a combination of all that.
All right.
The Twitter is a form of online journaling.
Okay, true.
And remember, when you launch a strategy, which nobody else is doing, you're not even sure it's going to work. And so I got in and started on Twitter, just sort of online journaling, and also when you put it out there, you're really holding yourself to accountable to a higher standard because you're making it public.
Uh-huh.
And gradually, as I got better at this, I started tweeting more. And now I'm just in the habit of sharing. I'm a sharing type of guy. And so I'm willing to put it out there. I don't give away all the secrets because there are a few secret sauce things I do not share.
Well, why not? Go all the way.
proprietary edge.
Okay. There's that word, Mr. Proprietor. All
But
right. Well, I think you've shown us a lot here today, John, and people can follow you at Modified Darvis Box. Or did you change your Twitter handle?
yeah, I changed it to Darvis Trading because that's just
Okay.
easier. But I tell you, it's interesting because these happen all over the market. But the real question is, well, which signals do you want to take and which signals do you want to ignore? And that's really what I spend a lot of time doing. Once I put the trades on, then the trades become more autopilot.
Right.
You put the trade on, you put your stop on, and then you see what happens.
Right. And you're screening. You have to do a lot of screening to find trades. So, okay. Well, congratulations on the ones that are working. I think last time you were here, you had 0 shorts.
Yeah, that's correct because we've been in a bull market for so
Right.
long.
Right.
I refer to it as the endless up market because all
Yeah.
this Fed money, it's got to go somewhere.
So is there a
And
message to you that you're getting more of these sells? Have you seen this in a while? It's probably been quite a while since you've seen your stuff start to give some downside breakdowns.
oh, completely. I'm actually shocked that I have shorts on, and I'm
Oh,
even more
and the
shocked that
Russell
they're
never
working.
made a new high. So this is the box of boxes for me. And you know what? I kept asking people, John, maybe you're the one to, maybe here's the answer. I would ask, classical technicians and Elliott people and, whatever, I interview people that have different methodologies. And the question is this consolidation, which I didn't think so, it's gone on too long, or is it distribution, which is what I thought, which will eventually lead to a downside breakdown that
Yeah,
carries.
I'm every day we don't go up more, I
Yeah,
think is fuel for getting a bit more bearish every day.
yeah,
This IWM, if you notice the weekly moving average, it's now starting to point down a little bit.
yeah, look at
Uh,
that. Huh. All
um,
right.
there's other indexes like the ITB for new housing construction. Yeah,
Huh.
that's gotten weak all of a sudden.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
All right.
let me show you one more thing. I know time is getting short, but what does a box failure look like?
Oh, that's nice. So these are biotechs. All right.
Yeah, the large
All right.
cap biotechs.
Yeah.
This, it's moved up, but not the greatest trend, but it broke out up here. But now here's that failure mark. I
Yeah.
draw an extension across from the top.
Yeah.
That right there is failure. So if you bought it, it tried to go up. Now it's failed.
So
I
you
wouldn't
would
even
just
be
be out
touching
of
any of this.
longs right now?
What's that?
You would just be out of longs, or would you reverse and get short?
You could get short,
But you
but
did it's an out more than a sell.
yeah, that's correct. It's
Okay.
more of a long that didn't work, but
Okay.
it doesn't necessarily mean you should go the other way.
Okay. All right. Some great looks today, John. Really appreciate you being here and showing us this stuff. And you're part of what we do here, intelligence gathering, and I think it's significant that you're getting some things rolling over here. So
Yeah.
thank you for
Well,
thank you for your giving spirit and sharing your views with the F.A.C.E community today.
oh, no problem. And hopefully we get a resolution to all this. I see the futures are green right now.
Yeah,
And
they're going to pop them.
I tell you, either the longs I have are going to continue to work or the shorts are going to work. But if either one of those sets doesn't work, I'll be out and looking for trades in the direction that is working.
Maybe they'll both work. If you get out of your longs on this pop and you don't get stopped out of your shorts, maybe they both could work. So there's Dale Pinkert. Very unusual for me to be, Mr. Optimism, But anyway, I really appreciate you being here, John. Good hunting. And you already know now you're my trading warrior brother, right?
Yep. All right. Thank you so much.
All right. It's a lot to live up to. We'll
We'll
talk
try.
again. We'll talk again. All right, John?
Sounds great.
All right, buddy. Good hunting to you and everyone who follows your stuff. Have a great fall trading season, and we'll talk down the road.
Thanks, you too.
Okay, everyone. That's John at Darvis Trading. You could find him, follow him. And, mainly does stocks, but some excellent work. Simple, right? Powerful, simple, powerful. You could join the guys for the morning edge for a lot more power and FX and all the other instruments that we cover at ForexAnalytix. That's in 12 minutes. I hope you took to heart. Yeah, that's the book. Yeah, took to heart what I said. Surround yourself with traders better than you, and you're going to rise to their level. Okay. And I'll see everyone tomorrow. Don't just count your pips, count your blessings. I'll be here for Yom Kippur. I hope I don't get struck down with lightning, but I'll be here. Okay. Blessings to you, Sinatra. I'll see you guys. Love everyone. I'm filled with love today. Thank you, Monica. That made me smile. See you later.